Hello, neighbor. Thank you so much for clicking on this YouTube video. I appreciate you being here today. Will you be my neighbor? And would you like to talk with me about a beautiful day in the neighborhood? All about Mr. Rogers? Let's talk about it. I dropped it. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin, and this is my spoiler-free review for A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Can I just say, for 2019, I feel like this movie is just a necessary movie. I'm giving it a solid A. And it's getting this solid A just because while I was watching it, it just made me feel better. I mean, just think about this for a minute. It's 2019. One of the biggest, highest grossing movies this year is Joker, which is a good movie. I'm not talking bad about that movie, but Joker was an exploration of the depth of somebody falling deeper into darkness and falling deeper into insanity. And because of its low budget and all that stuff, and all the artistic creativeness that went into it, man, the fact that this has crossed the $1 billion mark makes it one of the most profitable comic book movies ever, and it's just incredible. So here's an R-rated movie exploring the character of the Joker and exploring the depths of human madness. And now, here's a PG movie taking a look at a real-life person, Fred Rogers, and exploring the depth of human kindness. I mean, we get so negative on the internet just simply about Star Wars. Like, if I bring up The Last Jedi, I might automatically have thumbs down now because I mentioned The Last Jedi. And so I just feel like such negativity always around all over the place, how powerful it is to sit down and watch a movie like this. When I was driving to the theater, so there's this road that goes up to my theater, and it kind of goes around the mountains here in California, and it's like a two-lane road going, one going up, one going down. And they were doing road construction. And I was running a little bit late, so I was getting incredibly impatient. Like, really, really angry. And it's one of those, the lane shuts down, so you have to stop in a whole line of cars and wait for the people coming down the hill to pass, and then follow the other car up the hill, and it's like, come on! Why can't you guys do this type of construction at night? Why do you have to do it during the day when people need to use this road? And then I sit down and I watch Mr. Rogers after it started 10 minutes late because I guess they had projection problems. Once this movie started, I feel like it just calmed me down because you can just feel the kindness exuding from this movie. This movie, it will make you feel things, and it's inspiring how it takes something heavy like unforgiveness and deals with it so well.
We are trying to give the world positive ways of dealing with their feelings.
And here is Fred Rogers, and I feel like he was depicted so well in this movie. I felt like what I watched was a man full of the Holy Spirit. And how I know he's full of the Holy Spirit is the fruits of the Spirit are gentleness and kindness and love. And I just felt like those things exuded from this character. Tom Hanks did a tremendous job. I feel like Tom Hanks doesn't really sound like Mr. Rogers to me, nor does he look like Mr. Rogers, but he embodied that character in a way that I don't think anybody else could have. I think he paid such honor and such tribute to that character, and I could just feel that kindness exuding from the screen. Just every time, I just was anxious for scenes to appear when Fred Rogers was on the screen because I just wanted to hear what he had to say, and I wanted to hear how he had to say it. And they did such a good job because you have this guy, Lloyd, who is dealing with unforgiveness towards his father, harboring just so much anger and hatred, and finding that the root of that is fear. And I don't really want to get too much deeper into it and ruin too many things, but what I liked about it is you have Lloyd, and this just kind of feels like our real life struggles. And then you have Mr. Rogers, which feels like this unattainable, zen, this unattainable peace that he has, and Lloyd feels like the character we can relate to. But through Lloyd talking to Mr. Rogers, what we see is the power of the fruits of the Spirit, just the power that kindness exudes. If we watch the Joker and we saw the power of somebody falling into such darkness, it's almost even more powerful to see just how much the kindness of Mr. Rogers didn't just impact Lloyd, who he was talking to in any given scene, but if they were sitting in a restaurant, it would impact those that were around and hearing it, and I feel like they did a very good job showing that impact. So you have Lloyd who, in 1998, here he is trying to write this article, And he always wants to get at the truth, but he's also trying to get to the negative because there's no way somebody is this positive. So he's trying to like, okay, where's the negative? This can't be real. And as he's poking and prodding for the negative, suddenly Mr. Rogers just turns it on him, asking him about his father, asking him about his life, but in such disarming ways that you can kind of see it get past Lloyd's guard, where he's like, no, I don't want to talk about, like, it would get past the guard. He would actually start thinking about things and feeling things he hadn't felt, and then he would stop it, but then it would be too late because it's interesting the way we deal with that. And I liked how when we met Joanne, Fred Rogers' wife in this movie, she talked about, no, he's not perfect. He deals with anger. He's human just like everybody else. The way he is a discipline and it's a practice. So even the way they talked about Mr. Rogers and his personality shows us that we all get angry, that we all get afraid, and that we all feel that, but there's other ways to deal with that healthily. And so it's like, wow. So you see that Mr. Rogers was the way he was because it was practice. Every day it was practice and it was discipline. And so it was this inspiring thing to watch this film and see how Mr. Rogers impacted those around him. There was one scene, and I don't want to talk too much more other than this to say that here is Mr. Rogers talking to Lloyd, and suddenly he's looking at me. It was cool. Like, it was pretty cool the way they did this movie and they put it together. And so, I don't know. Like, I could go on a little bit more. Here's what I'm going to say. It's an A. And you definitely should check this movie out. In 2019, where we have all crazy negative feelings all over the place on the internet, going nuts about Star Wars, and, Joker making $1 billion, you know what? Why not come and see the depth of human kindness and the true power of that? So if you saw Mr. Rogers, what are your thoughts on this movie? And while you're down there in the comments, let me know what you thought. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to become a Durbanian and hit the bell by the subscribe button so you're notified the next time I do another movie review, ranking video, theological analysis, or anything else I do here. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.